Hey guys, what's going on? I just got done with an awesome morning workout here in Cancun. We're down here with some of the leaders, show you this view. Yeah. It's sweet, guys. If you weren't here with us this time, you got to be here next time. But hey, anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about goals. I was thinking about this morning as I was working out, and a lot of people, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people, because here's a fact. Only about 4% of the world's population actually set, write down, and really go after their goals. So what happens to the other percentage of people? Well, they're just kind of floundering around, not really getting much out of life. But so I want to talk to you about goals a little bit and how we set goals and how we achieve those goals. Look, if you've set goals before and you've never achieved them, it's probably because it looks something like this. We've been trained as an American society, particularly, I don't know how the rest of the world does this, but as an American society, we've been trained that every year around New Year's, we set a New Year's resolution, right? That goal. But here's the problem. We never check in on ourselves until a year later to see how we did on that goal. So by the time you check in a year later, it's too late. So that's only one chance to make a change. So this is an effective way that you can set goals. I think makes all the difference in the world. So, I guess it's been about 15, 16 years ago, I took up archery hunting. I absolutely love it. But the way I was trained when I started archery hunting from a guy who was very successful, he was a competitive archer. When he taught me how to shoot, the first thing he did is he only put the target about 5 yards away from me. And I thought, 5 yards, anybody can shoot 5 yards. And he just made me shoot arrow after arrow after arrow after arrow after arrow. And then he would let me move back a little bit and we'd shoot again. When the pattern of the group got too big, he would make me move forward again. Well, here's what's interesting, guys. A lot of people will say, I want to make $10 million a year, or I'm going to make $1 million a year. Look, if you've never even made $100,000 a year in the occupation or the opportunity that you're in right now, here's the problem. Because you've never made $100,000 a year, you put this target way out there at 100 yards, okay, with a bow. And then when you shoot, you don't even know if you're hitting the target or not. And chances are you're probably missing all the time. So what you're dealing with then is a constant barrage of defeat. Because all you see is there's no way I'm possibly going to hit that $10 million mark or that $1 million mark. I can't even hit the $100,000 mark. So here's what I want you to do. Instead of making a goal, now, if you want to make a goal to make $10 million or you want to make a goal to make $1 million, that's fine, okay, totally get it. I think you got to have that goal because it'll change you in the process of getting there. But here's one thing that you got to be careful of. Is you can't keep your eye on that goal and that goal alone and think that that's where you're going to go. Because that's like setting a goal from a year from now and then only checking in one time. And as you shoot and as you work towards that goal, you don't even know if you're getting close to it. Okay, you have no way to measure. Are you going to hit that $10 million mark by the end of the year, or are you going to hit the $100,000 mark by the end of the year, or whatever goal that you've put together? So what I want you to do is I want you to start setting those short-term goals, because here's what happens. Just like in the archery example, when you set these short-term goals, when you hit the target every single time and you never miss, guys, what's the feeling? Okay, you feel like a hero. You feel like a champion, like there's no way that you can miss. And then you move that goal just a little bit further back. So if you're in 7K medals and you're watching this video, here's what I want you to do. A lot of you have a goal to become a gold. I think that's awesome. Make $7,000 a week. Guys, I want you to fight for that goal, and I want that goal to be yours. But here's what I want you to do. Okay, if you're an associate, I just want you to set the goal to hit copper. And when are you going to hit that? Because that's moving the target much farther forward. Okay, it's smaller steps to get there. And now what happens is you start making those incremental changes that will get you that, and start doing the things that will make you attain that goal. And then what happens is your brain all of a sudden starts looking for ways to make that happen, and it starts feeling the success because you keep hitting the target. But when you put this target way out there at 100 yards and you don't even know if you hit it, you have no idea what's going on. So a lot of you are focused on being gold, which is awesome. But here's what I want you to keep that goal, but what I want you to set as your new goal and what I want you to focus on is what is your next rank. Okay, inside of that next rank, I want you to break it down even farther and move that goal move that target even closer. Okay, so if you just joined the business yesterday, okay, and you want to become an associate, what I want you to do is I want you to break it down and say, okay, I need to get one person on my left. Forget about the right for a minute. Okay, don't focus on getting two people. I want you to focus on getting one person. Get that person. When you do that, then I want you to focus on getting the next person. Okay, I don't want you to focus on having 8 personals left and 8 personals right and having a silver on the left and a silver on the right. That's too far away. You won't even know if you're hitting that target. So bring the target closer. Keep that long-term vision out there so you know where you're going and what you're fighting for, but bring the goals closer, because as you hit those goals, it will give you momentum to be able to hit the long-term goals. And you'll also have a track to run on. And this way you're not checking in just once a year either. You're checking in every single day, which now you can make those minor tweaks. Look, if it didn't work what you did yesterday, no problem. Okay, you can change it, because what you're trying to do is get one person, just one. Okay, and if it didn't work yesterday, try something new today. But if you're trying to get 8, look, you don't even know where you're at, okay? It gets confusing, it gets deflating, people get discouraged, and then they end up wanting to quit because they can't hit it, and they end up right back in the rat race that they're trying to get out of. So try that process of setting goals where you look in the long term, figure out what you want in the future, but then come back, move the target closer, tighten up that group, hit the target every single time, so you start getting those short-term wins, which will push you to your long-term goals. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. See ya.